All right. Today we are going to talk about solving a literal equation. For instance, if I have the equation x plus y equals 5, I want to solve for y, right? So all I need to do is to remove x from the left side. So I'll do minus x, negative x on both sides. Cancel this, so I get y equals negative x plus 4. So this is like a linear equation in two variables where the slope is -1 and the y-intercept is 5. But the goal is just to solve for y. So, and we just did. Okay? This is very easy, right? So let's say we have 3x plus 4y equals 12, right? And again, I want to solve the equation for x. This time I want to solve for x. So which means I want to find the value of x if 3x plus 4y equals 12. Again, we need to isolate x. So minus 4y on both sides. Cancel. And we have 3x equals 12 minus 4y, right? So you can see 3 is multiplied by x. So I have to remove the 3 by dividing both sides by 3. So I get x equals 12 minus 4y over 3, which is my answer. Okay. Let's say we need to solve 4ab divided by d. We want to solve this for a, right? This is a. So equals 15. It's an equation. So again, the bottom number is d. So we can write this as a fraction for ab over d equals 15 over 1. And now we can cross multiply. So which is 4ab times 1 is 4ab. 15 times d is 15d, right? Now we divide both sides by 4b because I need to leave a by itself. So over 4b over 4b. We can see 4 divided by 4 is 1, b divided by b is 1, so we get a equals 15d over 4b, right? So my solution is a equals 15d over 4b. Let's say we have a equals p times 1 plus rt, right? And I want to solve for t. I want to isolate t. So as you can see, p is multiplied by 1 plus rt. So the best thing to do here is to divide both sides by p. So I can get rid of this p. So divided by p. So we get a over p equals 1 plus rt, right? So again, I'm looking for t. So I need to move the 1, minus 1 on both sides. So I have a over p minus 1 equals rt. So now I need to divide both sides by r, right? So we can divide by r, divided by r. So this seems a little confusing because we have the fractions, another fraction. So remember the rule of dividing fractions. So we have a over p here. I can here put p over over r equals, we cancel this, is called t, right? Because 1 p divided by p is still 1. So I just replace the 1 by p over p. So now I have a minus p, over p over r equals t. Remember, dividing fractions, you keep changing and you keep the first fraction. So which means we keep the first fraction, a over p divided by p. And then we are going to flip the second fraction. So r is like r over 1. So when you flip r over 1, this is like r over 1. Once you flip it over, so the 1 goes on top and r becomes the denominator. So then you multiply that by p. So you get t equals a minus p over PR, right? So Again, you have P, let's see it here, A over P time. Now we're gonna flip this over. So time 1 over R. So 1 minus A minus P times 1 is A minus P. And P times R is just PR. So which is what we have here, right? So T equals P minus A minus P divided by PR. So A stands for the amount, P stands for the principal, R is the rate, and T is the time in year. So it's like you are trying to invest money, to put money in your savings account, and A stands for how much you're putting in your savings account, how much you're going to earn after a certain number of years, and P is the principal, how much you put in the savings account. For instance, if you deposit $3,000 in your savings account, so your P will be 3,000, and R the interest rate bank will offer you, for instance, 0.1 or 0.5. It depends. For most banks don't offer that much interest rate, maximum maybe 1%. It depends on banks. Yeah, some online banks offer maybe 1% or higher. So now, so suppose R is 1%, so that means 1% is like 0.0 is equal to 0.01, 1%, right? 0.01 divided by 100. And T is for, suppose you keep your money in your bank for 3 years, so T will be 3. If you save the money for 4 years, T will be 4. So this will help you to compute the interest on your deposit the principal, right? So for instance, if you know the amount, you know you know how much you deposit, and you know the rate, you can determine how long your money was in the bank for how long, maybe 3 years or maybe 4 years. That's what the T stands for here. Okay. Let's say we have I equal, we want to solve I equals NE, this is another formula, divided by R plus NR for N, right? So we're solving for N. So first we can change this to fraction. So I over 1. So I over 1 equals NE over R plus NR. So we cross multiply again. So now we have I times R plus NR equals NE, right? So we can distribute, right? R times R, I times R is IR, and I times NR is INR equals NE. So because I'm solving for N, so I need to move I and R to the right? So we can do minus I and R, and IR equals NE minus INR, right? So we have N here, another N here. So we can factor up, right? Because they will all have N in common. So we can say IR equals N parentheses E minus IR, right? So I factor out the N, right? IR equals E times E minus IR. So since I'm looking for N, all I need to do is divide both sides by E minus IR, right? So E minus IR, E minus IR. So to cancel this, and I'll end up getting N equals IR E minus IR, right? So this is the solution to my equation. All right, so let's see if we can move on to another one. All right, this is good for now.